Hi, I'm Ori Gal, and this is my project. So to use this project, I used Adobe Photoshop Elements 15. And while making this picture, we were learning how to use a single lens reflex camera. And we were using the macro setting, which was what allowed me to get so close to the picture and keep it in focus. And it's also allowed me to keep the foreground in focus and the background blurry, which really gave it the effect I was looking for. And we were learning a lot about composition at the time of this project. And so we were using depth of field, which was what the macro setting helped me use. And we were learning about focal points and leading eye lines. So I found after looking around that this was my focal point right here. So originally this picture was flipped the other way, but I saw that this stem would be a good leading eye line. So I flipped it so that it would have that nice effect leading right into the focal point, which really enhanced the picture. And so a couple things I altered with the picture. After taking the picture, I increased the coloration and saturation so that it would really be more colorful, because in the beginning it was really dull and it wasn't that appealing. And I think after increasing the saturation, coloration, and even sharpening it a bit, it really made it much more vivid and lively. If I would do this project again, I think I would make it just a little bit less colored and saturated, just so it would look a little bit more realistic. Because in an ideal world, all the flowers would look like this, but they don't, so I was just thinking just a little bit less colorful. And I took this picture right after it was raining in our school garden, so there were water droplets all around, which I really liked. And there was that spider climbing up the stem, which really, I think, just added just that a little bit more detail, which really enhanced it. I really liked it.
So why did you create your project?
I created my project to really beginning to learn the Photoshop elements and learning most of the tools and how to use it properly. And we were also learning about photography and how to use the macro setting.
And what was the easiest part about the project?
Well, when I was taking the pictures, I took a lot of pictures in the garden, and this one really just stood out to me, and the easiest part was picking this picture because I just really liked all the tiny little details in it.
And what was the hardest part?
The hardest part was making it look just how I wanted it to in my head, because I had this vision of what I was sort of looking for and playing around with it for a while until I really got it just how I wanted it.
Awesome. Thank you, Ori, for sharing your project.
Thank you for giving me the time to present it.